Hello everybody and welcome to Automotive Touch-Up Paint, home of touchuppaints.com.au. Here we have a kind of like a damaged a stone chip. It looks like a stone chip, but something rigid has hit this panel and made a quite a significant indentation. And what we're going to try and do is camouflage that and hide the unsightly mark. Now, there's a little bit of rust going on in there, and the first thing we need to do is treat that rust. Then we're going to coat the treatment, and then we're going to colour it and clear it and polish it up and get it all looking the best that we can get that looking. Here we have a kit, one of our kits, which is listed at our website, which is BTKW27, and in this kit it's got all the things that we're going to need to rectify that. We've got an instructions manual, we've got polishing cloths, gloves, and a few other bits and pieces, a few applicators, and really everything that we need to be able to camouflage this chip and many others like this as well. So I'll start by putting a little bit of this Automotive Touch-Up Paint Blemish Remover, which is a fine G2 cut, which will polish up this whole area, including the repair area, removing all the impact fragments, industrial fallout marks and alike. So we'll just give that a bit of a clean up by using a polishing motion, paying particular attention to the repair. We're trying to remove the rust that's formed on there. That's looking pretty good now. There's still a little bit of rust in there that we won't be able to get out, so the treatment will actually kill that rust and seal it down, stopping the progression. So here we have the rusted item, which is a stop rust, an anti-rust. We'll just give that a good shake, and we'll put our first coat on. Make sure to try to keep it just where it's missing. Don't put any of the paints or products on the good paint. Just one coat. Now I'm going to force dry that. It usually takes about an hour for this to go off. You can tell it's gone off when it turns purple. I'll just grab the heater . Careful not to heat it up too much because you could burn the paint. Now, you don't have to use a heater. We're using a heater to force dry things so that we can complete this quickly. I'm just going to grab another product and I'll be back in a second. You can see now that that's gone purpley looking. Maybe you can't see it, but looking at it closely, it's gone like a purpley colour, which shows me that this is now ready for recoating. The second step, according to the instructions manual, is to put on this primer. Now we're going to put on one coat of this primer. If you want a better level fill, or a better paint level, you could put on 2 coats. But we find that 1 coat will do the trick. So we'll just do the same procedure again, shake the bottle up, and just put a little bit only where it's missing. And again, I'll force dry that with a heater. Now that primer seems to be dried, but it's not really dried. It's actually formed like custard, where the skin is dry and the underneath is still a little bit wet. But we can still proceed with the application of the colour, which is the next step, because it's skinned over. If it wasn't skinned over and you try to do a colour application on top of that primer, they would actually mix together and change the colour. So you actually need to let it dry until it's dull looking, which is what's happened right now. I've caused that to dry rapidly using the heat. Always be careful not to overheat this whole section. You could quite easily damage the paint. So again, we'll get the colour, we'll give it a good shake. And we'll give it 1 to 2 coats. Now again, just brush in over the primer and only over the primer. Now that's looking pretty good. Now we've got to let that colour dry for a little bit. Now it's time for the clear, just to seal it all in there, all those paint edges. It's good to put the clear on. It gives it gloss, it gives it good fill, holds down any loose edges. So again, we'll just put one coat, 1 to 2 coats. In this case here, I'm just going to put 1 coat on. Should be sufficient. Just 1 coat there. It's looking pretty good. Okay, now that's the best we're going to be able to get that. You could make that chip a little bit better, look a little bit better. If it was somewhere here and you did the same procedure, you could actually cut that with a bit of 1500 or 2000 wet and dry, and then machine polish it, and although the glitch would still be there, it'd be a lot less unnoticeable. So you could do one step after this, but you know, you need to be a professional and have tooling and the industrial grade materials and all that to be able to do that, and knowledge of that, which we will make a video at some stage for the DIY person. But for now, we're just demonstrating a typical brush touch fill to reduce the visual of an impact, and that's what we've done there. Now the last step to do there, I'm going to use a little bit of this Automotive Touch-Up top coat polish. It's a premium grade wax. It's a polymer wax. It'll stay on there a lot longer than your normal Canova waxes. So again, we'll give it a shake. Now it's still a little bit wet. So what we're going to do is we're going to polish around the area just to bring it up to a nice high gloss finish, and then in the next polish we'll polish over it when it's fully dried. Probably take about 8 hours minimum to dry to a solid state. Okay, this repair is now complete, and I want to thank you for watching, and if you do have any questions about any sort of paint damages, please phone us or email us here at sales@touchupaint.com.au, and one of our friendly technicians will be able to assist you with your repairs. Okay, thanks again. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.